I'm assuming I'm supposed to die to this guy. Like, I thought we were gonna die a while ago. Because this is all scripted. Hello there, nerds, and welcome to the Descendant Saga YouTube channel. I am the author of the Descendant Saga, and I have this office where I have, wrong side, some books and a whole bunch more shelves you can't see off camera. I'm rearranging, moving everything because the book has finally published, and I've got a whole lot of stuff to do, like find a place for my 3-foot lava lamp. But if you like science fiction, you like video games, you like Warhammer 40k, follow the channel, subscribe for more. I'm going to start playing Space Marine 2, and it's going to be great. I'm fairly new to the game. I mean, I haven't played the game at all. I'm fairly new to the franchise. I've listened to, the grim, dark narrator and some lore stuff. I've read exactly one book, omnibus. I read 3 books. And I'm going to be approaching this, from the perspective of an author. I love science fiction. I've written a dozen sci-fi novels, and my book, Altar of Scales, is out now. So, please check out the links down in the description. Subscribe to the channel, give us a like, all of that YouTube stuff, and I'll try and be fun and entertaining, and hopefully I'm entertained just as much as you are, because this is a new game for me. It's all going to be fresh and exciting. I'm going to shut up now, because I love books and games and science fiction, and I could talk about it all day, and this intro is getting longer than it should be. Let's get to the game. I'll see you there. What's up, nerds? I am having difficulties here. I've been playing other things like Helldivers and keep trying to use the wrong buttons to do this. So, welcome back to a lot of aliens. Space Marine 2. And now people are bothering me on Discord. We don't have any grenades yet. And I'm apparently relying too heavily on ranged weaponry. So, the game wants to make me melee more. I'm not typically much of a melee guy. I was always the stealth archer. But we killed the aliens, and that's all that matters, or the Emperor. We must purge the Xenos. These tanks look functional. Or APCs, whatever they may be, whatever you want to call them. Anyway. We have our chunky Space Marine. We're off to find the orbital weapons to deploy the virus bomb. But I am completely brand new to this game. Welcome to episode 2 of me playing Space Marine. And episode 1 was mostly just me getting the game to work.
Open the gates.
Shift chronometer reset. You're registered as on duty.
So, this is all new to me. Please tell me how much I suck. Tell me what I can do better. Besides telling all the people on Discord to stop messaging me. Because I'm playing right now. Orbital launcher. Alright, we're loading the virus bomb.
Inserting payload.
Wherever we pulled that from, into the orbital launcher. And, as I said in the previous episode, don't skip leg day. So, here we are, pushing a big heavy thing, not skipping leg day. And just
Transmitting override authorization. Set course for stratospheric detonation.
The rite of safeguard must be performed. Seek an authorized Magos at the command console.
Hit the orbital launcher's activation. Command console. Okay, it's over here. At least they told us where it is. Look, ammo that I need because grenades that I've needed the whole time. Praise the Omnissiah on grenades.
Machine Spirit, where is the command console?
On the observation platform above. The Magos on duty does not respond.
So, I don't know a whole lot about Warhammer 40k. I know some of the technical aspects. You know, I've listened to some podcasts, some lore, you know, how Marines are made, you know, various Xeno scum factions, the Omnissiah, but the various characters within are going to be completely unknown to me. I have the technical knowledge, but not the lore knowledge. And I don't even have all... I mean, nobody... Warhammer is so huge, you can't have... No one person can have all the technical knowledge. While we were at the elevator, I'm going to remind you, fellow nerds, stay hydrated.
What is the status of the orbital launcher?
Hibernation. Console inactive for 22 hours. This impiety to the Omnissiah has been logged.
Activate launch systems.
The rite of initialization must be performed. Seek an authorized Magos at the command console.
So,
Command console is posted at the edge of the observation platform. A Magos will attend to you shortly.
Doubtful.
we're playing as a Space Marine, obviously, because this is Space Marine 2. The cutscenes, trailers, memes I've seen about this, I thought we were playing as an Ultramarine with the blue armor. All I know is Ultramarines are the best Marines because they're the Walmart of super soldiers. But,
Can you not hasten the damn process?
Seismic disruptions have occurred. Launch trajectory may have been altered.
Can I shoot them from here? I can. I'm one guy. I don't have enough firepower to kill that many things. Please sprint. I'm trying to buttons. We're just gonna mag dump at the aliens until they stop being aliens. Now that they're... Oh my goodness. In the courtyard. I have grenades. Yeet. Apparently when you shoot them, it does not stagger their prepared jump. Need to get back to the console, don't I? It said something about preparations complete. Is this one of those, like, the end of Halo Reach where your objective is survive because, you know, we're one Space Marine, and no matter how gnarly Space Marines are, that's a lot of Xenos. Activating orbital launcher. That's what we're here to do. Button.
Conditions complete. Awakening systems from hibernation. Right of capacitors initialized. Personnel may begin prayers of charging.
See, and then I keep trying to aim with the right mouse button.
Hasten the damn process.
Seismic disruptions have occurred. Launch trajectory may have been altered.
At least, you know, speaking from my experience of more, you know, tactical mil-sim first-person shooters, it doesn't appear that we have to worry about ballistics. When firing over long distances, which I guess makes sense because these are basically full auto RPGs, and you know, RPG is a rocket propelled grenade, so out of grenades. One chainsword swipe isn't enough. You little guys take 2 hits. Now, from what I understand of the Tyranids here and their gene stealer cult, what have you, they're consuming biomass to absorb the DNA. You know, that's how they develop new life forms. They evolve. Why do they all look exactly the same if they're so... I guess the objective was just survive. Why do they all look the same if they're so genetically diverse?
It is done.
Okay, let's say somebody's coming to help, and no, it's just us shooting. Where did I spent all my grenades. Where did he get more? See, there's the one chainsword swipe I was talking about. Why do we have to have 2? Now, like this cool cut scene. So I was right about this being like the end of Halo Reach. That's the guy. But we're not wearing the blue armor of the guy. And now that... Why did he take off his helmet? Now that he's surrounded by hungry, nasty aliens, and now it's raining acid. And now you take off the helmet. It's literally raining acid.
I will not rest until you lie dead at my feet.
These guys must have strong wrists to be swinging the chainsword around like that. I wonder how much of that is like the armor, you know, preventing hyperextension, limiting your
Even if I am
range of
slain,
motion.
I will leave you with wounds by which you will remember me.
I don't like... excuse me. Hold that. I have plenty. I don't want all of them in my pockets. I don't like how, like, he's holding a sword, and that somehow makes him grenade machine gun proof. the bolter is a supremely powerful weapon, and the swords you're using are just, you know, sharp bone, because they're all organically grown. So, how are they stopping, you know, self-propelled, you know, 40-ish millimeter explosive projectile? Like, at the very least, it should destroy... Excuse me. I've drank all my beverage. Something Dark Souls attack patterns. I've never actually played Dark Souls, so I guess I shouldn't be making that joke. As I've said many times, and you know, as any potential channel familiars will know, I'm primarily a first-person shooter guy. I put a lot of hours into games like Battlefield 4, Squad, Ready or Not is what I most recently completed. Ground Branch, pretty cool. I put a lot of hours into Insurgency Sandstorm. After I stopped playing after all the drama with their new updates, just straight up ripping off content from the mod community. I'm assuming I'm supposed to die to this guy. Like, I thought we were gonna die a while ago. Because this is all scripted. And now the help arrives. But, you know, I will tell you, Space Marine Buddy's probably gonna survive, right? You know, they've got, what, 3 lungs and 2 hearts and 5 kidneys, and, you know, their spit is acid and all of that stuff. So, well, as I was getting at earlier, I know that kind of thing, that, you know, our Space Marine, while impaled, he's probably gonna live. He'll probably be back in combat next week. But the things I don't know about Warhammer is, you know, the context for all of this, other than Tyranids are invading and that's bad. But, you know, the various factions and symbology and, you know, whatnot, I don't know. So please, you know, drop down in the comments, you know, tell me what's going on, because, you know, I'm an author. I write books. Those books, you know, check out the links down in the description to get the books, join the newsletter, all of the cool stuff. Those are the things I know because I made them. That's my content, my life's work. And Warhammer 40k is somebody else's life's work, and I'm not as familiar with it. So, tell me about it. Where do I start? I have one book. I have one omnibus, and I read the first book out of this Soul Drinkers omnibus, and I was not impressed. So, I'm not going to lie, I didn't finish reading it, because I have lots of things that want to occupy my time. Like these long loading screens, apparently. So, if you can inform me some way, somehow, because these cutscenes that you're seeing, that's all I know, and I don't, well, I've, you know, like, I have the tech knowledge, you know, I understand the spaceships and the virus bombs and the Exterminatus, but I don't have a context between the characters, the factions, that kind of stuff. His neck is a silicone mask on his shoulders? No, it's just got a poorly rendered scar. But, like I told you,
Praise the Emperor.
Space Marine homeboy is gonna be fine.
The wound was fatal. You survived only through the Rubicon surgery. We remade you. You are a Primaris now.
Why?
Lord Calgar issued the command himself.
I know the Primaris Marines are, a new generation of bigger, better Space Marines because old Gene Seed was
I
corrupted.
must get back to the Watch Fortress.
You have been reassigned.
How
My place.
could an existing
is with the
Marine
Death Watch.
be
The
upgraded to
Inquisition can find no
Primaris?
stain on you, Titus, accused of heresy. You have served penance in the Death Watch for almost a century, and not once have you faltered. But you will never know redemption until you have faced the judgment of your brothers. Prove yourself to us and know true absolution.
I do know that simple. Like I was saying, Ultramarines, Walmart.
What is your life?
My honor is my life.
My
What is your
3060
fate?
Ti is struggling with
My
this.
duty
Hopefully,
is my fate.
the frames aren't too bad for you. They're
What is
tolerable
your
for me.
fear?
My fear is to fail.
Is he left-handed? Was I
What
paying
is
attention
your
enough?
reward?
My salvation is my reward.
I'm waiting for the what is your duty? To fight and die.
What
What is
your
death?
craft?
The Emperor's will.
My craft
Speech.
is death.
What is your pledge?
My pledge is eternal service.
Okay, so that whole thing was just the intro, and we are the same guy. But now we have the blue armor.
The Rubicon surgery has remade you as a Primaris Marine.
Is that possible?
You are now stronger,
I know I was asking,
faster, and more
is it
resilient.
possible for an existing
take your
Marine to
place
be
as an
upgraded to a
Ultramarine
Primaris Marine? I
once
didn't think
more.
it worked that
Your
way.
brothers will know that you served in the Death Watch, but your dishonorable status as a Black Shield has been redacted from the archives. Should it be discovered, there would be questions. Lord Calgar has offered you a second chance.
Also,
Do
not that I'm
taint it.
dunking on the aesthetic, far from it. But I must ask, do they have enough skulls? Like, excuse me?
Sergeant Ventia had secured the spaceport and handed over its defense to the Cadians.
Venture, the guards will be cleared of bits of two.
Presented without comment. They're really going into the... I mean, I know Warhammer 40k kind of defined the grim dark genre, but... Do they have enough skulls? Jeez. I love, like... Alright, before I go talk to these guys and initiate whatever that is, I'm just gonna walk around for a second. I love the sound. I'm gonna turn that up. The weight, the mass, the way the shoulders jiggle with every stride. Like, you can tell that these are big, heavy, ancient things. You gotta wonder, with the thousands of years of combat experience and the accusations of heresy and all that these guys, every individual, this one dude would be more books than an individual could write in a lifetime to tell his individual life story and the hardships and the horrors he has endured, and just how monumental each of these individuals is. And now, there's how many?
Brother,
Lieutenant. Udonis, we have work to do. Gather the rest of the squad on the flight deck.
Yes, brother.
I mean, look how massive we are standing next to, I almost said unaugmented people, but normal-sized humans. The various Mechanicus and servitors. It is hard to fathom. Assemble. So, I'm sure we're going to go up the elevator. It's going to give us another cutscene. Whenever, we get our next checkpoint. See, there's the cutscene. We get our next checkpoint. I'm going to have to call it an episode, because that's going to be our half-hour time frame. I don't want to stop, but, the way the YouTube algorithm works, people's attention spans, I kind of have to. I should be editing anyway.
The effects of the virus bomb are already wearing off. Get me scout reports on enemy strength at the orbital guns.
But man, does this
My lord,
feel
Lieutenant
good?
Titus reporting for duty.
Lieutenant.
Have Sergeant Gadriel report to the bridge.
Space Marines have accents now.
Good enough.
I'll be straight with you, Titus. I have my reservations about your reinstatement. There could be questions, suspicions. I cannot afford discord among the men. Not now.
Discord.
You're a lieutenant
Just means
now.
to talk.
Will that be a problem?
No, Captain.
Very well. We're facing a Tyranid splinter fleet. They engaged us on 2 planets. Avarax, a hive world, and Kadaku, which you already know.
I did play a
We're
few,
abandoning the latter.
like 30-ish hours
This will
of Dark
break
Tide,
Mechanicus research
so I know
facilities.
how
We're evacuating
I've
critical
planets go.
assets and personnel.
that is a nasty place for
defense
Space
guns
Marines to be.
are keeping
They're
the skies
big,
clear for our
and it's a
ships.
lot of mass to be
Tyranids
moving.
Have taken note. Get down there and protect those guns.
Captain, you wish to see me?
Sergeant, this is Lieutenant Titus. He'll be taking over command of your squad.
Sir,
I expect you on the ground within 30 minutes. Dismissed.
Clank. Alright.
Lieutenant, forgive my hesitation. I am merely surprised by this development. As am I.
Chariot.
Sergeant Gadriel,
With a cyborg arm.
is ready to depart. Brother Chiron, this is Lieutenant Titus. He will be leading our squad.
Is that so? Well, I shall be glad to have a commander of such experience.
How many Space
rest
Marines
of the squad
are in
ready?
a squad?
Already assembled on the flight deck. Good. We'll leave immediately.
Because I know why to edit squad. Oh, that's for friends and players joining us. Anyway, squad. I know in real-world situations, different militaries have different squad sizes. We often have, in the United States Army, there's an 8-man squad made of 2 4-man fire teams, made of 4 2-man buddy teams. Can you decide where to stand? But, to go a little further back in time, in 1945, the Germans had 10 or 11-man squads with various rifles, submachine guns, and tank punchers. So how many Space Marines are in a squad? Half dozen? Dozen?
Cadians have lost control of the orbital guns. We are to recapture them.
Lost them already.
Acadians.
Tyranids are hurling spores
I know enough lore to
against
recognize
great
that name.
waves. I'm impressed the Acadians held out this long.
Alright.
Brothers Lirio, Alterius, and Elian make up the rest of our squad.
So,
Any of you
6.
faced Tyranids before?
Lero,
Only these
Darius,
past 2
and
days.
Then there is much
so
to
we're
learn.
6
I look
Space
forward to it.
Marines in a squad.
Attention all personnel. Cycle ship update being updated. The commanding officer has further details.
Missiles, nice. Missiles are good.
Report to hangar
Ordnance
bay
deployment.
5 and 1.
Path obstructed. Stand aside.
Those warheads are not properly secured. Do you know what will happen if one comes loose?
Path obstructed. Stand aside.
There's not much left of that, man.
Myself. Go and find a tech priest to tighten the screws in that half-brain of yours.
Task aborted. Seeking blessings of cogitation.
Making some
Pity the effects of the virus bomb were so short-lived.
Sergeant,
Brothers, we are joined by Lieutenant Titus.
welcome, brother. We are yours to command. We leave immediately. Yes, Lieutenant.
Alright, here we go. And this is where I must leave you. But I appreciate your time. Please like, subscribe, comment, all of that YouTube stuff I've got to say so that you can keep seeing cool looking spaceships and gnarly space marines and my long, slow loading screens. Stay hydrated, and at the risk of sounding desperate, check out the description. Buy my book. I'll see you there. Nerd harder, party hardy, all that. Wink, wink.